Weird to think about, but in 2015, WWE decided to make SummerSlam a 4-hour event. Fast forward 10 years later, WWE decides to make SummerSlam a 2-night event. Welcome to the first 4-hour SummerSlam event, something that caused WWE to make all their pay-per-views 4 hours long and WrestleMania 5 hours long, for reasons unknown.
10 of the best bouts you will ever witness.
That must be some other wrestling show because these 10 matches are not the best bouts we will ever witness.
And what you're going to see tonight.
What chance? Drink the damn Mountain Dew! I don't care if it's a 4-hour show, I still demand that you drink it!
Remember that match you fought Taker Hell in a Cell?
It was 17 years ago, John!
Mick Foley would be great at CinemaSins 2 expansion, but I also don't like Jon Stewart not hiding his laughter. He's really not trained for these things. Previously on WWE. Wow, going back to do this event after all these years really brings out my classic catchphrases. This is awesome to revisit.
Let me explain something!
Sorry, Sheamus, but the match has begun, so we don't have time for you to start monologuing and turning your back on Randy Orton. Chop chop, fella. Damn, not even 15 minutes in and already someone is smoking pot in the arena. Must have invited Rob Van Dam to help celebrate the momentous occasion of SummerSlam being a 4-hour show.
I think we have a great champion.
You know it's sad when you got two of WWE's greats in the ring doing battle at the biggest party of the summer and all the fans care about is Mike Chioda.
No. Oh, man!
Randy Orton does an amazing exploder suplex to the outside of the ring. I'm only sending it because he never does it again, which is sad because it's a nice move and very effective too. The referee starts giving Sheamus the 5 count before he even had a chance to begin his 10 beats. Because of that, the referee stops counting to give him more time. Should probably warn him about the count before you start counting.
I don't think he likes people.
I don't think Sheamus likes people either. But then when he turns babyface, we can safely say Sheamus loves everyone. That's how things work around here.
And Sheamus!
Not the best RKO out of nowhere this year as WrestleMania 31 just happened recently, but that was still an amazing RKO nonetheless. Whenever Randy Orton attempts the punt kick when he's a jolly good guy, you just know he won't connect it. He's not cruel enough to just go for it.
4 hours SummerSlam.
Don't promote it too much, we might end up extending SummerSlam to 5 hours.
Celebrate at SummerSlam. Check this out.
No thanks. Skip!
Hold up.
Hold up indeed. This show was 4 hours, so we must extend the runtime as much as possible, even though we got 10 matches scheduled on the card. Time to slow down some more. No one cares what's trending. Kalisto made sure to jump on the trampoline first so that Sin Cara could watch and learn how to do that without botching.
Now, they beat...
And then Darren Young got so fired up at competing at SummerSlam that he accidentally bumped heads with Titus O'Neil, knocking them both out of the match.
So here we go, tag in this match. Look at that.
Even though what I'm about to talk about is a genius strategy, this is part of why the logic of a fatal 4-way tag team match is flawed. Not only are 2 wrestlers allowed in the ring at one time instead of 1 member of each team like it should always be, but for some stupid reason you're allowed to tag yourself in when a teammate is already the legal wrestler. But I will remove 3 sins because the New Day at least tried to win the titles by having Big E pinning Kofi Kingston. I don't ask for much, but can we see this genius strategy work out at least one time if it's a thing in these tag matches?
It's a genius. And here's Kofi Kingston and Sin Cara.
Kalisto spent so much time teaching Sin Cara how to perfect the trampoline jump into the ring and forgot to teach him how to actually wrestle without botching.
Here's Kofi, who's now...
Did Kalisto seriously just ask Kofi Kingston what he was doing? We're in a match where anyone can tag anyone, including their own partner being allowed to be the other legal wrestler, and Kalisto thought Kofi would let him compete while New Day stays on the apron the entire time?
Rolls out of harm's way. Big E!
Holy shit, that just might be the most brutal thing that happened all night long. I felt my own ribs crack when I watched Darren get flattened on the apron by Big E.
Out of there some way.
If Fernando, or is that Diego, I don't know, didn't want to be tagged out, maybe don't place Darren Young in the corner of an opposing team.
Cover. Look at the left.
Titus O'Neil sees his partner about to get pinned, so he calmly prepares to enter the ring. Take your time. It's not like our tag team titles are on the line or anything.
Caught by
Darren Young is addicted to Kofi's Kingston's, but I'm actually going to remove a sin because of the funny way Kofi sold that. New Day hasn't even had their near 500-day title reign begin yet, and it's already looking fun. Who let Sin Cara back in the ring? The absolute funny way Kofi Kingston celebrates winning the tag team titles. That or he's trying to fly out of the arena and can't get the engine started. Rob Van Dam must have been following The Undertaker. Even if this didn't last long, seeing Lana hanging out with anyone who's not Rusev just feels wrong, you know? I guess Russia decided to kick Rusev out of their premises the moment he failed to beat John Cena at WrestleMania.
Into the turnbuckle.
Jesus, is Summer Rae clapping into a microphone to make sure the entire world can hear her support for Rusev? Please don't pair her with a screaming Melina, should she ever make a cameo.
That undefeated streak could be credited a lot to Lana.
How? Lana didn't really do anything throughout the times Rusev was constantly crushing his opponents. Plus, she was still with Rusev once he lost to John Cena, so do you credit the losses to her as well?
You gotta be a tough big guy to win championships.
Thinking that only the biggest wrestlers are allowed to win championships in pro wrestling. Sorry, but this is not the 80s era anymore.
Leg here and a kick out.
Rusev is mad that a simple slam to the mat wasn't enough to defeat Dolph Ziggler. He hasn't even tried the Machka kick or the Accolade yet. Damn, that was amazing. Make sure to never do that again in your career because it will help you win matches. And since you are no longer undefeated, we cannot allow you to look like your dominant self anymore for whatever reason.
Taking to the rope's gonna force a break by the official.
Rusev grabbed the rope, which would force Dolph Ziggler to release the sleeper hold, then stupidly decides to let go of the rope and walk to the middle of the ring, far away from safety. If he loses now, he deserves it.
And Summer with a slam.
Rusev released the Accolade not because Dolph was countering, but because Lana slapped Summer Rae. I get that we have a weird thing going on here, but come on, the match was getting good.
Call back in the ring and he won't beat the count.
And then things get worse when the match ends in a double countout. What the actual fuck? I don't want to see this love feud continue. WWE brings in Stephen Amell to compete at SummerSlam because King Barrett, Stardust, and Neville would have had nothing else to do, and everyone needs to be on the show to fit the 4-hour mark. Don't get me wrong, Stephen does well, but a majority of the matches are definitely fillers. Comic graphics.
To use the hashtag Battle in Brooklyn.
Battle in Brooklyn? I get that we're trying to make comic references here, but compared to some of the other battles we have set for tonight, this one is near the bottom of the list for that hashtag.
I want him.
I don't want to fight you. I want to fight your partner waiting on the apron cliche. Heard that one so many times. Quick, smear the face paint off me so I can be Cody Rhodes again. Damn it, the referee turned around. How much longer does my contract last again?
Uh-oh, and he paid.
Someone forgot to tell Stephen Amell that getting kicked in the stomach means you bend over in pain, not turn around and fall the other way. I truthfully preferred that despite the hype about Stephen Amell, WWE had Neville be the one to win the match and continue to showcase his talent. Shame it doesn't do much for his future, but still a good SummerSlam moment.
Wow.
Jerry Lawler is somehow still wowed at the sight of the Big Show, despite him being here for the better part of 15 years, not to mention a lot more slim compared to the past. Who gives a shit about Hulu? Ryback's non-pyro. Classic line. I never understood what the point of the Big Show waiting to hit chokeslams were. Yeah, I got you in the chokeslam position. What are you gonna do about it? Ouch, they're countering. I should have seen that coming after all these years.
You need to be agile.
I would admire the athleticism, but all this did was injure Big Show's back even more due to both his size and his age, thus making that move a stupid thing to do. Come on, Michael, you can't refer to this as stealing the championship because The Miz is putting in smart strategies by allowing Ryback and the Big Show to tear each other apart. It's not stealing, it's smart. Ryback mimicking a yawn perfectly represents what I thought about this boring match. I thought Jon Stewart promised this to be 10 of the best matches we've ever seen in WWE.
You know who wasn't happy about that? Wrestling fans.
WWE's booking of the Royal Rumble lately. Couldn't have just said the Wyatt family, because even if Eric Rowan is missing in action, Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper are still the Wyatt family. I miss these two guys. I suppose this tag team match is sanctioned as the not Wyatt family against the not Shield due to the fact that certain members are missing. Early on, this match is already exciting. Anytime you pit members of these legendary factions against each other, they make magic. I'll still remove a sin, even if this match had to be cut short due to WWE rushing through the other matches. Roman Reigns tags himself in, hears the chorus of boos from the audience, then quickly tags Dean Ambrose back in. Shall we consider that a smart strategy or sadness due to the Big Dog project not working out? There are also unopened bottles of Mountain Dew flying everywhere. This wouldn't have happened if y'all just drank the dew. That one moment when Luke Harper is locking in a more brutal crossface than Daniel Bryan, but because his name isn't Daniel Bryan, nor did he adopt that move as a finisher, the power of the move has been diminished.
Guys, this Luke Harper.
Yeah. If Roman is sleeping, then I guess we are even. Y'all been sleeping on Roman Reigns when he competes naturally, so he's just returning the favor. Rows of tweets.
Oh, and a kick out.
The Batista bomb probably didn't put away Roman Reigns because Luke Harper's name is not Dave Batista. Seth Rollins has had an amazing WWE Championship reign this year, and John Cena has been shining brightly with his United States Open challenges. So what better way to bring forth the best 2 title reigns of the year than by having a winner-take-all match? I won't lie, for once there was a winner-take-all match that wasn't some stupid unification thing, and it made sense in the story. Although I don't get why we are putting this highly anticipated match at the halfway point of the show with 2 other filler matches in between before Brock Lesnar fights The Undertaker. That's literally telling those other 2 matches, you don't matter, you're just a calm down extra.
It's presented by Mountain Dew.
Drink it, damn it! I know that Seth Rollins recently broke John Cena's nose, but I wouldn't be covering it before the first lockup happens. You're giving Seth ideas on how to take you down.
And now mocking Cena.
Copyright infringement.
But none of them held help more than Cena except for Flair.
Michael Cole makes it sound like winning a world title 16 times is more impressive than holding a world title for a very long time. If you're a 16-time champion, you're also a 16-time loser. Besides, a majority of John's title reigns were a couple months or less. The way Seth Rollins countered John Cena's final slam leading to the 5-knuckle shuffle and the sound of the fired-up audience is when you know you're in for a wild ride. Only a couple minutes into the match and it's already looking good.
Cena's not ready to relinquish it yet.
Well, no shit he's not ready to relinquish it. Why would any champion want to relinquish or lose a title even if they have no choice but to give it up due to injury? You expecting John to say, "Alright Seth, I'm done with my US title, you can have it." Automatic 5-sin penalty for the "you can't wrestle" chants to John Cena, as that is the most disrespectful chant to use towards wrestlers who actually train and can do this better than those idiots ever could. Those who say "you can't wrestle" would whine in pain from a single bump. Seth Rollins is arguing with the referee because a double stomp to John Cena's chest and put him away, something that never gave Seth a victory whatsoever. Did you watch Finn Balor do that down in NXT and figure it would work for him too? John Cena proving that monologuing is a villain's greatest weakness by lying in wait for Seth Rollins to mess up again. They never learn. Such a pity. The funny way John Cena saw Seth's belt on the ground and quickly tossed it out of the ring without releasing the pinfall. That was hilariously quick.
Now it's Rollins who rolls first.
I know this is Seth Rollins attempting to perform his own attitude adjustment, but damn, I gotta take another sin off for the amazing strength he possessed to be able to lift up John Cena like that. It's amazing when John does it, but to see Seth do it is just as impressive.
Positioning himself.
Seth Rollins always attempts and fails to connect the Phoenix Splash cliche. Sad that it's a common thing for the next 10 years. You don't often see John Cena utilize a figure 4 leg lock, but since this is his chance to win an historic 16th World Championship, it's fitting that he at least tries to win it like Ric Flair. It doesn't work, but good attempt. The referee gets knocked over at the crucial point in the match cliche. We were hitting all the classic lines, that one had to be there somewhere. Jon Stewart is an idiot. He already revealed his intentions to attack John Cena with a chair just by pointing it in his direction as well as lunging. You see, over here we pretend to go after the bad guy before we surprise the good guy with the attack. 10 cents for him ruining the moment.
Why would he do that?
Seth Rollins becomes a double champion because of Jon Stewart. It was a fun match, but ruined thanks to that idiot. This isn't good heel work, this is useless. Skip the damn pre-show panel. Nikki Bella is looking less and less like a champion every passing week. I only say that because the Divas Championship has been in the backseat of almost everything throughout this reign due to WWE wanting to remove AJ Lee as the longest reigning Divas Champion. If you're gonna have someone be a champion for a long time, at least have them defend more often, and we hardly enter the part-time champion era too. Just gonna remove a sin as a shout out to Sasha Banks. She went through hell and back against Bayley last night at NXT TakeOver, losing the Women's Championship in the process, yet she's still moving on to another match the following night. Definitely a boss move.
Start with one individual from each team.
JBL says that this match will start with one individual from each team legal in the ring. Unfortunately, all of Team Bad are on the apron, once again doing that stupid rule.
Brooklyn is in New York City. What's the matter with you?
Arguing about whether or not Brooklyn is part of New York City instead of talking about the competitors in this match. I thought we were starting to take the women more seriously here.
She was called the most athletic until Charlotte came around.
To be fair, the only reason anyone is looking at Charlotte is because her last name is Flair. Naomi's frustration is due to everyone looking at Charlotte's heritage instead of her talent.
Just that. Tag.
What is the point of tagging yourself in just to immediately tag yourself out? Probably just to mess around with the audience as they cheered Sasha Banks entering the match only to boo when she tagged herself out. Still weird though.
Too far away.
Sasha Banks is a dick to Naomi by reaching out to tag her before saying, "Psych, I'm tagging in Tamina instead."
Tamina's pinned! That means Team Bad's eliminated!
Why does the entire team have to be eliminated when a single participant is pinned? To make things far more entertaining, Tamina should be the only one eliminated, putting Team Bad at a disadvantage. Maybe it was a bad idea to eliminate Sasha Banks because the crowd was energetic for her and then died for almost the rest of the match once Team Bad was eliminated.
Scott Hall in the back, he'll be smiling with...
Paige tried to get Nikki Bella back in the center of the ring to pin her by pushing her out of the ring.
Paige, let her steal one!
Commentator stupidly refers to a roll-up as stealing the victory cliche.
Whoa. Paige drives Nikki.
I've seen so many of these tag matches to know exactly where we are. Wrestler breaks up a finisher, then a member of each team gets a turn and attack on their opponents until it comes down to the two that were already in the ring, then the finish happens. It's nice to look at, but it's done in practically every tag team match by now.
I'm drinking my Mountain Dew right now!
Don't lie to me! Just as I gave praise to Sasha Banks in the previous match, I gotta also give my props to Kevin Owens. Literally 24 hours ago, he was in a brutal ladder match against demonic Finn Balor for the NXT Championship at TakeOver. Yet he's still coming out to fight Cesaro despite the pain. That is dedication.
Pay attention! Yeah, you might want to pay attention, Kevin!
That was a funny and awesome moment. Kevin Owens taunting Michael Cole, Michael trying to warn Kevin about Cesaro, who performs an amazing corkscrew cross body out of the ring.
And that's why I'm the man!
You're the man because you stand around and underestimate your opponents instead of continuing the onslaught? That might explain a lot regarding your encounters with Finn Balor recently. Oops, did I say that too loud?
Watching. Stay down!
Kevin Owens yells at Cesaro to stay down and expects that to work. You know it's bad when you got Kevin Owens and Cesaro putting on a pretty good match and all the fans care about is Zack Ryder. Sorry guys, but Zack's major fame ended a few years ago. Reviving it at this point won't really do much.
Started to say Kevin Owens. Owens got...
I give credit where credit is due. Both wrestlers did their best to make this tornado DDT look cool, and I'd say it passed. This match has been one of the best of the night. No.
Hard to watch, the whole thing.
WWE not even trying to hide the infamous match at WrestleMania 30 being a pathetic one due to it being poorly executed, in addition to the disgraceful decision to end the streak. Wasn't it bad enough that Brock Lesnar's pyrotechnics were botched at WrestleMania 31 earlier this year? Now they decided not to have any pyro explode for him at all.
What Brock Lesnar is feeling right now.
Well, considering Brock Lesnar not only ended The Undertaker's undefeated streak at WrestleMania, but is also undefeated against The Undertaker entirely, I'd say he's used to this entrance by now.
And here's Lesnar.
Pre-match assault.
And the fatal.
Something about seeing The Undertaker fighting with his coat still on just feels intense and scary. Nice way to kick things off here.
Walking the ropes again. A 5-time.
I actually like that we're getting a repeat of some of the moves done in the WrestleMania match because now The Undertaker has a counter for practically all of them. Shows how much he was ready for Brock Lesnar this time around.
Suplex City.
Doing the belly-to-belly suplex throws on The Undertaker is legitimately a bad idea, as that's part of what caused his concussion the last time these two wrestled against each other. I actually got terrified at the way Undertaker landed.
Beast tonight. Lesnar turns it into a German.
Brock Lesnar countering a chokeslam into another German suplex was done very well. Sometimes I still get amazed at the quickness of Brock because he does surprise me. It was cool the first time you said it at WrestleMania, but you've said it 3 times in this one match now. That noise. The French commentators likely thought they were safe from harm due to their table not being the Spanish one. Unfortunately, you're mostly safe from harm if you're American. Anyone else, the chances of getting your table annihilated rose higher. This is my apology for absolutely botching the Tombstone Pyro Driver back at WrestleMania 30. I don't even remember a thing of that match, so can you blame me for fucking up that move?
Look at Lesnar.
Here's one question I got. Obviously, the referee didn't see The Undertaker tap out because he was on the other side of him, but how the hell did the timekeeper see the submission? Not only is he on the same side of The Undertaker as the referee, but he's much further away from the action. This would only make sense if Undertaker was facing where Paul Heyman was, because then it'd be in full view. Also, building up this revenge match just to have controversy so that this feud can continue. The Undertaker is addicted to Brock Lesnar's Brock Lesnar knows he's screwed with nowhere to go, so the only thing he can do now before passing out is show The Undertaker what he truly thinks of him. That was a hell of an act of defiance from the Beast incarnate.